da 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 do 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 da 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 do do. All right. Da 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 do do do. Hey now. Da 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 do do. Mr. Kovacs class. It's really fun. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class. It's interesting too. It's Mr. Kovacs class. And he's super cool. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
Is this thing on? Oh, made it through weekend. Today's topic, life science. Life. Last week we talked about food and animals. Today we're gonna talk about life in general. What does a life science do? You know what? They do lots of things, and I'll let you know today's assignment. Right, so I'm a life scientist, and that means I have a lot of, try to answer questions about living things, right? Like you know, this, like, what are those all about? Those beautiful flowers, but what's their purpose? What are they for? Okay, I know that one, but you know, we're always trying to answer questions of like, how do living things work? What causes them to change? Like, look at that spot on the leaf. What's causing that? And how can these changes be measured? How has life on Earth changed over time? Make predictions of what changes might occur with living things. Like, this guy's as alive as me, but works very different. How do they do that? Now, these are questions that life scientists try to answer. Like there's a leopard frog right there in my yard. You know, he's a cool little guy, and I'm pretty sure right now he's eating insects and stuff, but what does he do in the winter? You know, I mean, does he bury himself in the ground? Does he head south? What does he do? That's another kind of question that we might answer. Hey, little guy. There. Boop. You didn't want to talk. This spot right here. Oh, look, there's a little bird skull in. But this spot right here in the spring, there was a mama snapping turtle dug this hole, and then she laid eggs. And that was in June, right? And so it's almost mid-September. The little baby turtle, snapping turtles, should come out. So like a life scientist would ask questions like, how does the depth of the hole that you dug affect, or the temperature maybe of the nest, or the temperature of the air affect, you know, how quickly those eggs hatch into little young tortoises? You know, that might be a question that we would ask as life scientists. So, I mean, life science is all about, you know, asking questions about living things and how they interact with each other, interact with the environment, and change over time. So my class will be studying life, something simple like life. Life science. Hey, so today you're going to, we don't have a textbook, but we have a virtual textbook. And so like today you're going to get, this is basically going to be your notes. And so what I've asked you to do is asking about life, right? You're going to read the section of the text, and I have a couple things that you should do. Number one is down here, it says, do all of the margin questions. So those are usually called something fun like reading check, or here's one right here, like, right? Reading check. Okay, so, yeah. In your first assignment here, you have, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 margin questions, okay? The second thing I want you to do is use the margins for notes, specifically any word that's in italics, right? Or is bold-faced, I want you to know. And all those are the words I put on the Quizlet too for you to practice. So they're there. And then the last thing you should do is learn how to, oh, that's me. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. There we go. And last thing you need to do is there's what's called a section review. All right. And I do want you to answer all of the section review questions. And of course, actually any important vocabulary will be listed here on this page. So you're going to use CAMI, which means you can write right on this document, use text boxes to do that. So like put a text box here. We want to explain. Section review should all be sentences. And you will hand this in to me. You will submit through Google Classroom, and I will give you a grade based on, I'll look at it and based on how I like your answers. And I might put comments on it, give it back to you and tell you to change something. And then what I want you to do with this when you get it back, we'll talk more in class, I guess, or we'll talk more about it, but I want you to put it on your Google Drive into a folder that says Science Notes. And this will be like a place for you to go back and look for notes, because you can use these when you go back to take my quizzes and things like that. Okay? All right, and then part 3, you're gonna watch a little video about life scientists in action. Should be pretty light, and I give you credit for that too. All right, have a good one, folks.
All right. Hey now. Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn on time. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
He's interested too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class. And he's super cool. It's Mr. Kovacs class.